Tatum. Tatum hits the ball his third time, and now it goes the other way as that ball, the spike goes off of a Eunice player and out of bounds.
Yeah, number 23, Caitlin Gallant, got up, and she really got a strong block on that, but it blocked off her arms out of bounds, and Tatum gets the point.
So 2-all, and there's the serve and out of bounds. It's so it's a little big, so the point goes back over the Cardinals, as does the serve go to the Cardinals. And boy, in that second game, those bad serves were real Achilles heel for Tatum.
Absolutely. That was a well-hit serve, just carried a few feet out of bounds, and so Eunice gets a point.
And there's serve back up. And here's the ball back over again. Oh, and a great shot over there.
Yeah, it was a great shot by Tatum. They found an open space over in that far corner. It's now 3-3. We've got a tie ball game here with Tatum's number 11 up to serve.
And here's the serve over. Nice dig by Cardinals. And Gallant there. Oh, she hits the ball, and they were able to dig it out. Here comes the serve. Oh, and at that time there, it is number 8 on Tatum, who drives that ball down to give them a 4-3 lead.
Yeah, she found an open space right in the middle of our defense at that point.
Oh, nice dig, man. That was...
I thought she picked that up off the floor, but apparently the officials are saying that it actually hit the floor. So giving Tatum a point. Is now 3-5 Tatum.
Boy, and I thought that was a great dig.
I did too.
Well, Tatum turns around and gives them a favor back as they hit the ball long again on the serve. And boy, Tatum has had a real issue with that tonight.
It's now 4-5. 4-5. Eunice trails by 1, and Granados is up to serve for Eunice. All right. We've had some technical difficulties. It sounded like we might be back online. For some reason, our broadcast got terminated earlier, so we're back up and running, it sounds like. Eunice Eunice won the first 2 sets, and so they're up 2-0. We are at a 4-6 score with Tatum in the lead here in the third set. Tatum with the serve. That was a great serve by Tatum. They found an open space right back there in that back corner. Seemed to be some confusion on the part of the Lady Cards. And so that drops for a point. It's now 4-7 Tatum. Tatum serving. Great dig there by Kendra Caballero. Oh, and that shot there from Miss Isabella Garrett was just a little bit long. Couple of feet over the line. Tatum up 4-8. Serve over to Kendra Caballero, who passes. Now back over into Tatum territory. And they drop that shot right into the open space of the Cardinals. And now Tatum leads 4-9. Timeout, Eunice.
Wow, and that was a good chance to dig, but this is like the first game. Remember, Tatum jumped out to that big lead, and the only time that Eunice was leading was the last 2 points of the game.
Yeah, that first set was just something else. I mean, Eunice trailed the whole game, and the first lead they took was at 24-25, and then ended up winning 26-24. And so it's been a learning experience for these Lady Cardinals.
Well, it's been a learning experience for us on this technical. It sounds like we are back on the air again. We apologize for all the problems, but the Cardinals lead 2-0, trail here in the third game 9-4. There's the serve, and boy, again, Tatum serves it out of bounds. How many is that now tonight? I mean, that's 4 or 5, and that's at least 4 of the 5 points that the Cardinals have been serves out of bounds.
Absolutely. It's now 9-5 Tatum. Gallant with the serve for Eunice.
And, I was kind of surprised on the other one. They didn't call that. Oh, and she tries to get up, and she's too far away from that number 4, and she hits it into the net instead. Now it's 10-5 in favor of Tatum.
Denise Rangel reached back and just couldn't quite get enough on that one to get it over the net for Eunice. Tatum with the point leads now 5-10, and they are about to serve.
Okay, there's the serve, and the spike up the center, so back over to Tatum. Tatum sets it. And they drop it in as goes up to block it, and the ball falls between two of the Cardinal players. It's now 11-5 in favor of Tatum. Here's number 14 for Tatum again, the serve. She hits it deep. The ball is up and in. Here it comes up for the spike and the set. Back deep onto the Tatum side. Here's the second shot on Tatum as they drive it over. Oh! And they just sucked that one in as we had number 8 got caught sneaking up there, and the ball went over her head and drops in.
Kendra Caballero just couldn't quite reach it. Point for Tatum. It's now 12-5 Tatum.
There's set it to back up to the spike again. This time it's digging in by Tatum. Nice recovery there as they gently knock the ball over. Here's the set again. Oh, and
Tatum in the net. That'll give Eunice a point. It's now 6-12 here in the third set. 6-12 Tatum. We've got some substitutions coming in.
Well, I tell you, with the headsets and the muffling, I'm barely hearing that whistle. Are you?
Yeah, it's a little tough to hear up here where we're at as well in the nosebleed section.
And Eunice gets the serve and drives it right into the net and turns the ball back over, 13-6 in favor of Tatum.
Tatum will be up to serve here, serving to Eunice.
And there is set number 2. Oh, and again, Eunice got confused there, and they even lost count of how many hits they had.
You know, Eunice is up 2-0 in this, but there has been some confusion sometimes in their rotation.
And that one is out and into the stands, so there's a hard serve there, and they're not able to do anything with it except hit the ball into the stands. Now it's 15-6 in favor of Tatum.
Yeah, Eunice got to shake this off and get back to playing the volleyball they were in the first 2 sets.
And there is, again, the serve, and the set is into the net, and it's now 16-6. As now Tatum has a 10-point lead and is still serving.
Our girls look a little flustered. It's 16-6 now, Tatum. And they kind of serve it into the net, give us another point. It's now 7-16, and it looks like Faith Hobbs will be back to serve for Eunice.
And 5 of those 7 points have been bad serves by Tatum.
It's a good serve there by Hobbs.
Yeah, it caught them a little off as they didn't know where it was going. Now they just drop it back in. And again, we have confusion as number 0 and number 2, they're both standing there and is waiting for the other one to hit the ball.
Yeah, it looked like Kendra Caballero and Arissa Frazier there weren't real sure which one was going to get it, and so neither one of them did.
Yeah, they kind of stared at it. Oh, and they go up for the spike, but drops down in. They're not able to get it. Rolls across the top of the fence, and that's another point for Tatum as they now lead 18-7.
Kiki Parker reared back and hit that with her left hand and just spun it right down the net. And sometimes you see those fall over on the other side, but that one just stayed on our side.
You've never seen me play tennis. I always get it. It comes back on my side.
It's now 7-18. Tatum is up here in set number 3.
And while we've got a break here, let's take a moment to thank the people that have made this broadcast possible tonight. We've got the City of Eunice, Parker Energy, Eunice Sports, Eunice Public Schools, Zia Auto Shop, Cardinal Hardware, Eunice Pump and Supply, and Eunice Clinic. Without these fine businesses, we would not be able to bring you this broadcast tonight.
Yeah, it means a lot to have that support, and that's one thing that Eunice has always had is we've got some great community-run businesses. The city is always supportive of the youth of this community, and so it's a blessing here in southeastern New Mexico and in Eunice to have that type of support from our local businesses.
Yeah. And with nobody allowed in the stand, this is the only way some parents are going to see this game.
Absolutely. So it's now 7-18. Tatum is up, and they are serving to Eunice.
And boy, that ball I was kind of looking for that ball to drop, and it didn't. And there's the second one, and she hits it in the fence. All she should have been called for that anyways because she was turning as she was moving. And that should have been a double hit, but it doesn't matter.
It's now 18-8. Tatum is up. Kendra Caballero will be back to serve for Eunice.
And there is the serve. It's up over. There's the center for the spike. And, well, it looks, Eunice is getting caught up front. They keep getting that ball dropping along the back line, and I don't know if this is where they're supposed to be playing, but that's a lot of points they've lost in the back.
Yeah, it's now 8-19. Tatum is up here in this third set.
There's Spike, and then over, and back over on the Tatum side. Second hit, here comes for the set up the thing, and it's off of the Eunice player. And nice recovery there.
Kiki Parker had a real good block at the net.
And 4 hits.
Yeah,
yep,
but then we end up with 4 hits, or a double hit. So it's now 8-20. Tatum is up. Tatum with the serve.
And there we go. Just tip it back over. Oh, and they try to turn around and not set it, and into the net, 21-8. This is
you know, this set has just not looked like the Cardinals of the last 2 sets. They just haven't played very smooth. They're not playing as smooth as they did the other 2.
No, and they're getting caught out of position a lot. Oh, and that's what they needed to turn around. A nice set and a beautiful spike down along the sideline, and it drops in for 21-9.
Kiki Parker found the open space right down the sideline and put it right where she needed to give Eunice a little life here at 21-9.
Well, they need to make a run like they did in that first set. They weren't quite down this many, but they've still got time.
Yeah.
Here's the serve, and there is the setup. There's the second shot for Tatum. Tatum drops the ball over, and it
looks like we had a double hit on Tatum, so that'll give Eunice another point, making it now 10-21. Tatum is up. Eunice with the serve. Clarissa Patron back to serve for Eunice.
The Patron serve of theirs, deep in the thing. She brings it back up court. They just tap it over on the second shot, and they do the same thing. And that time there, Caballero, she got up there and just taps it in.
You know, Caitlin Galan is about 6'3", and when she gets those arms in the air right there, that's a tough wall.
And now it's 21-11, so we got a little run going. How long will this last? And it keeps going. They're set over to Gallant again. What is she going to do? Oh, and she hits it into the net.
Gallant reared back and let the ball have it, but she hit it right into the net. It's now 11-22 Tatum here in this third set.
And she was just a little late getting that hit off there. There's the serve there. The backup, a little confused. Over the net again, so back over to the Tatum side. Second side on Tatum. The ball goes over, and they hit it out of bounds.
That was a close one, but it was definitely out. We had a couple of people reach out and try to hit it, and so I'm glad they missed. So it's now 12-22. Tatum is up. Eunice Granados is serving for Eunice.
Oh, nice serve there. Oh, they were able to save and dig. Here's the third shot, bringing it back over. There's the set for Eunice. And
nice.
They drop. Oh, no, they got it.
Oh.
Wow, that was, if you're watching on video, you have to love that one because, oh, yeah, all right. There was we got a missed call there for the referee. They were giving the points over to Eunice when they really belonged to Tatum. So
we had a heck of a volley there. It's now 23-12 Tatum. Tatum serving.
Yeah, some great saves on that last volley for both teams. There's over the net. And out. Oh, it's now game point for the Tatum, 24-12. And maybe what need to do this and Eunice to regroup for game 4.
Yeah, Kendra Caballero hit that ball well. It just sailed a little out.
And here's Tatum playing for game point. Oh, and they get a break there as the dig there by Tatum. They were just not able to get it over the fence.
So Faith Hobbs acted like she was going to set that ball and then just tipped it right over into the open space for a point. It's now 13-24 Tatum here in set number 3.
Oh, get it, and that is going to be game as the ball comes hit 3 times along the backcourt. And so game 3 goes to the Tatum Coyotes, 24-13. And Cardinals never got in sync in that third game.
Yeah, they just looked out of place a lot of time right there. And so, after playing as well as they did in those first 2 sets and getting up 2-0, Tatum really got the ball rolling in that set, and we just looked a little out of place. So maybe we can reset and get started here in this next game.
Well, Cardinals lead 2-1, and so we've got plenty of opportunities for the Cardinals to sweep tonight's competition, as the JV won in straight sets there 2-0 against Tatum.
Yeah, absolutely. The JV looked they looked good. They, for a first time back on the court in a long time, they got up there, they played well, and won 2-0. And so now here we are in the third set of this game. Went to Tatum, and so now we're going to start the fourth set. Eunice up 2-1 in this varsity battle here, but they looked a little out of place that last set, but I hope that they can get things together here in this next one.
Yeah, we just wondered what that first set, they trailed the whole game until they tied it at 24 and then won it 24-26. In the second game, they won going away, and this third set was all Tatum.
And for those of you listening at home, we had some technical difficulties. For some reason, our broadcast wasn't transmitting, and so we're up and running now. We hope to make things better. We do want to thank those sponsors: Zia Auto, Cardinal Hardware, Parker Energy, City of Eunice, and Eunice Pump and Supply. Thank you, guys. Eunice to serve in set number 4.
And this time it is Tatum that is confused. They hit the ball up, and two of the Tatum players are standing there looking at each other.
Both these teams hadn't played volleyball in quite some time, and you can tell it in the last 2 sets.
And there's the serve again, and just up, there's save.
That was a great serve by Caballero, but Tatum made a good save there.
And it hits it out of bound there, so it's now 1-all.
Gallant she just hit it a little wide right there, and so it's now 1-1.
Let's hope we get a little bit better communications here as their ball goes back over to Tatum. Sets on the Tatum side. There's the third shot. This goes mid-court. There's the set.
Kiki Parker.
Oh, beautiful save. Oh, yes. Man. I hope you folks are watching on home, because that was a couple of great shots by Tatum there, but unfortunately they still lose the point.
Yeah, Kiki Parker reared back and hit it right where she needed to. Tatum almost made a great save, but Eunice was able to get the point and now leads 2-1 over Tatum in this fourth set. Clarissa Patron for Eunice back to serve.
And she hits it deep there. They bring it back up to the front, this set up there. And here's the set for
Yes. Oh.
No, it is deep, unfortunately. Great shot, but about 3 inches deep.
Man, Caitlin Gallant really got a hold of that one and drove it all the way across the court, and it was just a little wide.
I wouldn't want to get my face in front of that one, because she got it all.
Not. My daughter came home the other day and said she took a shot from Caitlin in the face like that, so I'm sure it's moving pretty fast.
And here is the serve by Tatum. Second shot for Cardinals. The Cardinals hit it back over. Gallant gets the shot. They're setting up there. And, they third one hit it into the net. And so, boy, this has gone back and forth. Have we had more than 2 serves in a row?
I don't believe so. It's now 3-2. Eunice is leading with Granados back to serve for Eunice.
And here comes the ball over. The set. And good save there. So let's see who somebody gets the ball over and net down. Nice little tip. Uh-oh.
Wow. Looks like Gallant got into the net there a little bit, so it's now going to be tied up 3-3.
And another service change.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So here's the serve. Nice dig. Oh, but she couldn't get it up, hits it into the net. And so I think this is the first time in this fourth game that we've had 2 serves in a row from the same team, as Tatum takes a 4-3 lead.
Yeah, she drove one of those knuckleballs over that just drops right over the net, and Eunice struggled with it.
And there's a set by Tatum. They drop it over, go deep. Oh, boy, beautiful save there. Who's going to get it? Nice hit. There's the set they go up from the net and get back. Oh, my God, Gallant. Oh, Gallant had a great one. They saved it, and the ball comes back over, and she's not able to recover, and it is now 5. Well, they haven't given the point, but that should be 5-3 now.
Gallant drove one right down the line, and Tatum was just able to save it and hit it right back to her.
And now the ball goes back over to,
There
and that time she buries it.
Yeah, she
Tatum-
got a hold of that one, and she drove it right into that open space. There wasn't any saving that one.
No, Tatum just didn't get the ball. They set right up on top of the net, and it looked like it was a perfect set for Eunice.
Yeah.
And something's wrong with the scoreboard because it should be 5-4 now, and we're still showing 4-3.
Nice. Bella Garrett jumped up there and was able to drive that ball into Tatum, and they saved it, but they saved it out of bounds. So now
it should be 5-5 now. So they finally got the scoreboard right. There is the serve, and back over. So, and drop that ball in. Beautiful spot as they get the kill for Tatum. As Tatum 6-5. This game here for Game 4. This game is now tight. We're seeing both teams executing this time around.
Yeah, it's back and forth here.
And there's a serve to go over the net, back over to Tatum. Tatum deep. They're going to set the ball deep. So just barely tip it over. Oh, man, what a great series of sets there because they just. Oh, man, that would have been an awesome play. But unfortunately, Padron was not able to get that second shot so anybody could do anything with it. And is now 7-5 in favor of Tatum.
Caballero with a heck of a dig there.
Yep.
We just couldn't keep it going.
Here's the serve there. Now we see who's going to set it up, and there's back over to Tatum. Set there as they go over to the left side. Oh, and she goes to tap it, and she doesn't get it over the net. So we got another change possession, and the point goes to Cardinals. 7-6 in favor of Tatum.
Yeah, so Arissa Frazier will be back to serve for the Cardinals.
Well, there's some confusion there. They was talking to the referee, so.
Frazier
looked
with
like
a
she
good
was,
serve.
Yeah. Oh. And that point is just too hard to handle, and the ball goes off of the Cardinals player and out of bounds, and it makes it 8-6 now in favor of Tatum. I would say when she was bouncing, I think Frazier's getting ready for basketball season because she was taking that ball and dribbling it.
She's definitely a basketball player.
Yeah, I remember from last year calling her. And they hit it into the net again. Tatum's Achilles heel is the bad serves.
And now 7-8 in favor of Tatum. Hobbs with the serve.
Wow, and that was a great one. They hit it back deep, and they couldn't do anything with it. Tie score now, and I think this may be the first time that Hobbs has served twice in a row in this game.
Yeah, I believe so. Hobbs put a good serve on him right there and was able to come away with a point.
There's a second shot to Tatum. They bring it up to the net. They score it deep and just drive it in where there wasn't anybody, and it is now point and serve back over to Tatum as 9-8 in favor of the Coyotes. Here's the serve. Comes the center on Tatum. Oh, and there's a block. They put it back up, and the ball comes over, and Tatum blocks that shot and drops it back in where nobody is. And so now it's 10-8 in favor of Tatum.
Denise Rangel hit that ball well, but it was blocked by Tatum.
Yep.
Kiki Parker.
Parker with the kill there as they get the serve back, and 9-10 for the Cardinals.
Parker has had a heck of a night. She's really improved this year. I think she's grown about 5 inches since last season.
There's a serve deep. Oh, they picked it up, so that's good. Here comes the spike. It's off the thing. Oh, and it gets off her, but there's nobody there to back her up. She did a good job of getting that spike. But
yeah, she had a block there at the net, but didn't have anybody behind her that time.
And there is come. Oh.
Galan hits it just a little bit long. It's now 12-9 in favor of Tatum. Tatum with the serve.
Yeah, Galan was having better luck when she was just tapping it over, but I guess you got to keep them honest.
Absolutely.
Here comes a Galan again. What is she going to do?
Yes.
And that time she gets it in. So give her a second shot. They stood there and looked at it, and the ball drops in. So 10-12 in favor of Tatum.
Yeah, that time she didn't try to overpower it. She just hit it and, had some good speed on it, went cross court and found that open space.
And it looks like we got Patron back there serving again.
Yeah, Clarissa Patron back to serve for Eunice.
As they trail by 2, 10-12. Here's the second. Comes up the net. They serve it. And
they hit it out. Tatum
hit it
out of bounds.
So Patron's going to get another serve here as she has a chance to tie this game up as Tatum's up 12-11. And remember, the Cardinals are leading 2 sets, and there's a double hit, and so now we have a tie ball game again as Patron has a chance to take the lead here again, and she gets 3 serves in a row.
Absolutely, and they've been 3 good ones. That's another good one.
Yep. And it's over the net. Oh, it's not out of bounds. So that was a good shot by Patron trying to get that ball in, but Frazier puts it where nobody could get to it.
It's now 12-13 in favor of Tatum. Eunice down by 1 at this point. Tatum with the serve.
Yeah. And remember, Eunice is leading by a set, so this is the 4th set with Eunice leading 2 games, 2-1.
It's a really nice hit ball there by Bella Garrett. There you go.
Oh, that's what they were looking for.
And she really hit that one hard, drove it cross court again. That seems to be her strong shot. When she turns and drives that ball cross court, it gives her a lot more room. And
I was thinking
it's
given her more room to get that ball in. So
absolutely.
13 all as Eunice serves. There's the set for Tatum. Oh, and they sneak it and just set it up over the net. And that's back to Gallant again. Oh, nice dig there on Tatum's side as they keep that ball in play because Gallant, boy, she really buried that ball down.
Wow. Tatum blocked Gallant that time.
Yeah, I saw that, but a great save there on Tatum as Eunice was able to keep that ball in play. So we're still going. This is one of the best sets we've had all night. Oh!
Wow. That was a great volley right there. We had some good play, some great hustle there. It's, unfortunately for the Cardinals, Tatum gets that point, now leads 13-14.
Yeah, but boy, that was the longest volley I think we've seen. And there is Tatum. They're not going to need to watch film to figure out what to do to fix this because that's probably 7-8 points again on serves out of bounds.
Gallant back to serve with a great serve.
And
Tatum hits it long.
And so the Cardinals take the lead 15-14. Boy, this has been a hard-fought game. This is a little like I guess none of the games have been like this because neither teams were really that close.
Yeah, this one's been back and forth the whole way.
Yep. Oh, and she gets the kill there. That's number 8 on Tatum as she drops that ball in. And the score is 15 all again, and the serve goes back over to Tatum. This is a great set for set number 4.
Yeah, it's now 15-15, tie ball game.
There's a set. Here comes up for the spike. Oh, and it's too close to the net, and there's nothing they can do about it. And that point goes over to Tatum as they are now up 16-15. And here's ready for the serve. Little straight serve there. She hits it deep. Frazier gets it. Now we've got it over the net there, and they do get it back to the backcourt there. Up backcourt. Too much basketball there. Oh, and they drop it in. And a little finesse play, and they're able to get the ball to fall. And Tatum takes a 2-point lead, 17-15. And it looks like we've got a timeout on the Cardinals side.
Yeah, Eunice decided to stop that run. You know, they went from being up 1 to now down 2, 17-15. Tatum, the sets right now are 2-1 in favor of the Cardinals. So if Eunice could win this one, they could close this out right here.
Yep, and this is the first set that we've seen that it's been even.
Yeah, because, the first one, Tatum led the whole time. Eunice came back, took their first lead with a score of 24-25, and then won 26-24. The second one, Eunice led big early on. Tatum clawed back, and then Eunice went on to win that one. And then the third one, Tatum pretty much led the whole way.
Yep, and led big.
Yep.
So here's the serve. Back, here's the set for Eunice, and the ball goes back over, goes deep here. The set driving up front. They're going for, oh, no, she's going to finesse it. That time she didn't catch them off ground, though, so they were able to get the ball back over, and it's over to Tatum. Here's Tatum now for a hard shot this time. And here's back over to Tatum. Boy, good volley here. Nothing the things we saw earlier with the all the great saves, but they're keeping the ball alive as it goes back and forth between the two teams. And back over to Tatum. Tatum comes back over. They're going to finesse. Oh, and the same thing is the finesse shot, and it drops in as we got a couple players caught out of it. Went up for the block, and nobody behind her.
Yeah, I believe that's number 5, Weir. She's got really good at finding that open space.
Yeah. And now 18-15 in favor of Tatum. Now the ball back over the net. Well, that time they tried the finesse, and they didn't fall for it. And, but it didn't matter because she hit it long. And now it is 19-15 as we have our biggest lead of this game.
Rangel reared back and hit it hard. She just hit it a little too long.
Yep.
Tatum with the serve.
And we still got the ball back over to Tatum. And they go to tap it over, and she went to that well one too many times and didn't get it over that time.
Yeah, didn't quite put enough oomph into it to get it over. It's now 16-19 in favor of Tatum. Eunice's Arissa Frazier will be back to serve.
And look at that. Just looked like she's setting up for a three-point shot, or for a foul shot. Nice serve, though. They're not able to do. Oh, my God, if they get that back over, that would be amazing.
Yeah, they had two girls from Tatum go diving out of bounds trying to save that ball off of that good serve from Frazier. They almost collided with the scorer's table. So Frazier gets the point. It's now 17-19 in favor of Tatum.
Oh, and Frazier hits it out of bounds. So
20-17 Tatum at this point. Looks like we've got some substitutions going on. You know, we basically it's been a back and forth game this whole time, but now we find ourselves down 3. Tatum with the serve.
Oh, and a hard serve, and not able to do anything with it, and knocks the ball out of bounds. And so that point goes to Tatum also. They maintain the serve up 21-17, and they are just 4 points away from tying this match up. And that is twice now that she has not been able to hit the same player, not able to handle the serve, as now it's 22-17 in favor of Eunice.
Yeah, it looked like that that last shot there, Granados got in a little deep, didn't move her feet and get over to it, and so that ball hit a little high on her and ended up being a double hit.
Yep. And while we've got a minute again, we want to thank the people that are making this broadcast possible. We've got Zia Auto, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Sports, Eunice Clinic, Parker Energy, and the City of Eunice. Again, without you folks, there wouldn't be a broadcast tonight.
Yeah, we've got some amazing support here in Eunice once again. So here we are. We trail by 5. Tatum with the serve here in set number 4.
And they're up. See somebody talking there. They almost got caught there flat-footed. So it's back over to Tatum. Tatum's third shot. They hit it over. Nice dig to get that ball over the net, and they bring it back up over. Back over to Tatum's sides. Tatum the base to serve it the third time. Here's coming up for a set. And the Cardinals get it over, and they're able to keep it in play. Another good volley going on here. And we'll just have to wait and see what happens. There's back over to Tatum. Tatum sets up. They drip it down. Got to go over third shot.
Oof.
And they get it down, and it's still going here. This is amazing. What a great rally here for both teams, as Eunice really needs this as they're run. Oh, and then into the net.
You know, they probably went back and forth over the net in that time probably 10, 12 times. It was a great volley. Luckily, Eunice gets that point there. Now it's 18-22, Eunice serving.
Yeah, last time that happened, Eunice came out on the wrong side of that.
Yes.
Oh, and there is a slam down. And, boy, I'll tell you, that number 8, she has had a number of those tonight. And now she is up 23-18. And Tatum's on the doorsteps of sending this to a fifth and deciding match.
Yeah, they've battled back here. You know, these last two sets, we've just made a bunch of unforced errors.
And now we've got game point here as a 24-18 on the serve. And it's over. It's the third shot here to Eunice. Eunice gets it over, and they're not able to do anything with it as Eunice saves that. Wow.
So they're battling.
Live to fight another time.
19-24 here with Kendra Caballero up to serve for Eunice.
And we need her to serve out because if they don't, they're going to go to fifth game.
Yeah.
And here's over to Eunice again. Back over to Tatum. They tap it over. Let's see what happens here. It goes back over again. We got another one of those rallies going as nobody's been able to really get that. Oh, and there it is, and that is done and in. And the kill shot untouched as Tatum wins this game going away 25-19. So Tatum is really showing some power here these last two sets.
Yeah, I mean, Eunice is going to have to get it back together like we had in the first and second set and just kind of relax and get back in the ball game. It's, 2 sets to 2 sets now, so they'll play this final deciding set here. I think they'll play this one to 15.
Yeah, I don't think they go to Sanders Gordon. I remember, so it's either going to be 15 or 21. We just find out. They're trying to figure out who's going to serve for this fifth set.
I know one of the
things. They got a coin flip going on.
One of the things that's the new rules that they have related to COVID is they don't switch sides anymore. So that's it's an interesting thing for those watching at home. There's no switching sides.
All right, well, Tatum gets the break here as they will get the serve for this fifth and final set of this match as they've had to claw back, and they've actually, these first two games, they have been very strong.
Yeah, the last two, they looked really good. And that last set, up until about 18, it was back and forth. I mean, one person would get a point, the other team would get a point, and it went back and forth. But Eunice is going to have to get things back together here as Tatum's going to start this fifth and final set with the serve.
And this is for all the marbles. And we've got, looks like number 18 here serving for Tatum. Looks like they're trying to figure out something here with the ball. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, a lot of times they...
Oh, they're the scorers, or the other referees over at the scorers table, so... Got to have both of them.
Yeah, a lot of times they go through, and volleyball's got like a certain rotation and setup that everybody has to be in, so they record all that.
And that's exactly what she's checking, to see who is on the court at this time, make sure. Oh, and they had actually there was a change. Eunice had to make a substitution.
Well, that's the libero, so she comes on the court when she wants to, basically. So they have to start with the one way, and then they run her in.
And there, the first point goes to the Cardinals as Tatum is not able to get that ball back over cleanly.
See, and Caitlin Gallant was on the floor to start the set, and then they ran her off, ran the libero on, and now she's back on the floor.
Yep. And here's the serve. The second. And we go back over to the Cardinal side. Here's Gallant, and she's, wow, that was an amazing series of hits. As it keeps it back over, and they're going back over the thing. That ball drops in as we have a block on the spike there, and it was just a very gentle block, and just the ball dropped straight down.
Yeah, Kiki Parker got a hand on it just enough to put it back down on Tatum's side.
Well, that ball goes back over, and so there we go. The scoreboard caught up. It is 2-1.
Well, and Eunice took a page out of Tatum's book there with the long serve, giving Tatum a free point. It's now 2-1 in favor of the Cardinals.
And here is number 5. Oh, and they probably should have let that one go because she was standing on the back line, and that one hit her waist high. There's Parker. She gets that. Now we go back over there. What is she going to do? Oh, and she hits it down on her own side. She was too far away from the net, and it is 2-2, and Tatum will serve again.
Yeah, I think she was a little farther from the net than she realized she was.
Yep. So here's this serve up there, and that's going to Gallant. She gets it. Oh, and they were able to save it, and into the net,
yes.
And nothing. So she hit it so hard that the girl couldn't do anything with it, and goes into the net, and then on the ground, and that ball goes back over the Cardinals as they go up 3-2. Well, remember that fourth set. This is exactly how it started off. Every other serve was was a point out.
Right. So now we've got Clarissa Patron back to serve for Eunice. Eunice up 3-2.
And Patron needs to make a run. She's done that a couple of times tonight, and that's what they need right now. And, well, we got, again, a little miscommunication there, and side out to Tatum, and it's 3-3.
Yeah. So here we are tied up with Tatum, ready for the serve.
Everything's tied up right now. We're tied in matches, tied in the score. And then we have a block spike, and the Tatum gets that one, and the score.
Isabella Garrett went up and really hit that ball hard, but Tatum got the block and gets the point. Now Eunice trails 3-4, Tatum serving.
Back over the Gallant. Somebody needs to put it over here. There we go. Back deep on Tatum's side. They try and set it up. She brings it back over. Here's the second shot. We'll see whether Gallant does. Off the hands.
Yes.
And wow, great series of saves there on Tatum's side off of the nice hard spike. And here they come up. There we go. That time they were behind her, and they were able to make. And that time Gallant gets it in there and drives it home. And it is 4-4 4-4, and the serve goes back to the Cardinals.
You know, when they're able to set her where she can hit that cross-court shot, It's tough to stop.
Yeah, she's gotten a couple of points. Oh, and now the Cardinals have definitely taken a page out of the Tatum book. Those first games where Tatum had lost a lot of points on serves, and that's just what happened to the Cardinals.
It's now 4-5 in favor of Tatum. Tatum will be serving to Eunice at this point.
Again, that ball sanitizing seemed to have tied that thing up. Here's the serve by Tatum. And it was got to go over, and it's not because, okay. You know, I'm a math major, but that was more than 3 on that last pack over. And that time there, we hit it in time to must be in the net. I'm not quite sure to give the point to.
They called Tatum in the net, so it looks like they're giving the point to Eunice. So it's now 5-5, I believe, and Eunice's Kendra Caballero will be serving.
Yeah, I mean, I was really confused about what went on there, but hey, we'll take the point.
Well,
and that.
Looks like we've got some confusion but on that last point as to who got the point, what the score is, and so the scores table honked the buzzer right in the middle of play, and so everybody's confused. I know we are.
Yeah, I mean, we know that the fifth point, so when the Cardinals are switched, that should have been the 5th point for the Cardinals. So I think the score is accurate, but they're going to have to. And
now they're discussing the rotation for the Cardinals. So apparently they must have been right. So now they're going to go back to playing. So Eunice's Caballero will be back to serve, and it's a tie ball game, 5-5.
And there's the serve, and over to Tatum as they bring it up, and oh man. That number 8 has had, I'd like to see how many kill shots she has had tonight, because she drops it in again for nobody around, and Tatum gets the point and the serve back. I mean, she's been almost unstoppable.
I believe that's Ashlyn Slover of Tatum, and she really went back and smacked that one. So now Tatum up by 1, 5-6, and they're serving to Eunice.
And here's the serve. Patron hits it back over the net. Now it's up to the net. Oh, she tries to put it over, and She got caught flat-footed, and so now it's 6-6, and the serve goes back over to Eunice.
Arissa Frazier is coming on to the court for Eunice, and she's going to be taking this serve. Arissa and Kiki both came on.
There's a serve up. She gets it up to the same, and it's in the net, and I'm not sure about how that.
There we go.
All right, there we go.
So
the
Faith
Cardinals,
Hobbs goes up and finishes one there, and a kind of a confusing volley, but she goes up and meets them at the net and finishes one there to give Eunice the 7-6 lead, with Arissa Frazier continuing to serve.
All right, Frazier, we need some more points here. Back over to Tatum. Tatum's second shot here comes up the bench, and she tries to dink it over, and this time Cardinals are ready for her. Here comes the set again, and it's going to be too far into the net, and there's nothing she can do, and now the Cardinals are up 8-6.
Arissa Frazier's got 3 or 4 serves here in a row. She's got them on a little run here.
And that was the thing the great save there, because they were trying to decide whether or not that ball was going to go out, and they decided to go with it. Oh, and the set is into the net, nothing to do, and so the point.
I think they called Tatum for being in the net.
Yeah,
so
they did.
They
wow.
gave that point to Eunice. They called Tatum in the net. Eunice now leads 9-6. That was a great break for us, because we had lost that ball out of bounds, and then they called Tatum in the net.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing.
You know, we have a break here. Let's make sure that we thank these sponsors again. The Eunice Public Schools, Zia Auto, Cardinal Hardware, Parker Energy, the City of Eunice, and Eunice Pump and Supply. Thank you guys for all your support. We've had an interesting experience tonight with some technical difficulties, but here we are, 9-6. Eunice is up. It's a tie game as far as 2-2 in the sets.
Frazier puts the serve over again, so she's had 4 serves in a row there, and a nice serve.
And they have called Tatum
Double hit.
again for a double hit, so now it's 10-6, Eunice.
Wow.
Frazier still serving. I think she served about 6 straight points.
This will be her 6th serve. And high, almost deep, but it was enough, and here comes the number 8. There's a save there on Eunice. And back over to Tatum. So here we go. Here's number 8.
Hit it out. I think they called it out. Yes, it was out. Tatum.
Oh, wow.
Tatum
Parker
tried to
must
hit
not
a
have touched
nice
that one,
cross court. No, she didn't. Tatum hit it cross court and it went out of bounds. It's now 11-6 Cardinals with Frazier serving.
And, boy, there was some confusion there, because that girl thought that she had double hit the ball again. And that time Eunice hits the ball backwards and the ball out, and so it is 11-7 in favor of the Cardinals, and the serve goes back over to Tatum.
And this, I believe this is the Slover girl from Tatum. She
Yes.
does that nice jump serve.
Yep. And then back over to Tatum. They've got 3 up. Here comes the set. And who are we going to do? Nice dig and save there. Boy, that was, because that ball was deep. It was a great shot. Oh, here we go. Here's the number. Boy, we've got a good rally going on here. Back over to Tatum. Tatum sets. Here comes back over. Parker gets this up. Parker back over. And then they drop it in. Man, we've got... Man, this is just back and forth at the net. Here we come back up to Parker again. The dig shot, and the kid pick it up off the ground. Eunice is staying alive. So is Tatum Coyotes. Now she needs to go back over the net and out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Eunice now leads 12-7 here in this 5th and final set. 12-7 Eunice, and now Faith Hobbs, the senior, goes back to serve for Eunice.
And that was, we've seen some really good rallies here tonight.
It's been a great match all night.
And here's back. It was almost too late. Here back over to Eunice. There's the second shot, comes up third, and hits it deep and trying to net there, and she hits it in the net.
Nice.
And
Denise Rangel with a nice cross-court shot that Tatum struggled with and ended up hitting it into the net. Eunice now leads 13-7.
So I think this is, this is back to that second set where they were so
It's
close
in.
and they let it go and the ball drops in.
Faith Hobbs with the ace. Tatum was confused, wasn't sure whether it was in or out, watched it land in. Eunice now leads 14-7.
Yeah, so Since neither one of us knows how many points they play in the fifth, this could be set match.
I believe this is it.
So now Tatum's got to play really safe because.
And they win. I believe.
The way they're acting, that is game.
I believe that is the game. 15-7. Eunice wins the fifth and deciding set here and comes away with the win tonight here in the first volleyball game of the year.
Well, Tatum gave them everything they could possibly handle. The last two, after being down 2 sets, they come strongly back to tie it up, and they were in this 7-all. And then Frazier comes on, does a nice thing, gets what, five, 6 straight points?
Absolutely, absolutely. And then Faith Hobbs comes in there at the end and gets a couple to close it out.
And again, we want to talk about the people that made this game possible tonight. So we got Parker Energy, and I believe you said their daughter is playing here tonight?
Yeah, Kiki Parker. She had a great game tonight, had several kills, and just did a really good job. You probably thought I was joking, but I really do think she's grown about 5 inches. If it ain't 5, it's probably 6 since last year, because she has grown like a beanstalk.
Well, hopefully her family was watching tonight, because that last game and those last several points, she really made a difference there.
Yeah, she played great tonight. I'm really happy for her. Parker Energy Services and her parents, Brett and Penny Parker, have always been supportive of the Cardinals and Lady Cardinals and help us do a lot. Some of our other sponsors here that we want to make sure we thank. We've had some technical difficulties here tonight, and so we haven't been able to play all the commercials that we typically do because we were kind of afraid we might disconnect again. But the Eunice Schools, Zia Auto, Cardinal Hardware, Parker Energy, the City of Eunice, and Becky Nogelmeyer over there at Eunice Pump and Supply. We thank you guys so much. We're new to this as far as all of our new technology that they've got up here, and there was some sort of issue between us and the station earlier getting this transmission broadcast, so we did have some technical difficulties. We'll work those out as we continue through the season and get better and better, but thank you everyone for staying with us.
Yeah, and also don't want to miss our Eunice Sports and Eunice Clinic as our sponsors tonight. Boy, Eunice has got to be very happy. I mean, these poor girls, they got ready to play in December. Remember, you and I were ready to go to Cloudcroft that first weekend in December, and the governor ends things 2 days before it, and so these girls put in all this effort to get ready, and now tonight they finally get to play.
Yeah, I know that it's been a roller coaster for all these kids, and I'm just happy to see them back out here. I'm happy to see them get out here and do something. I mean, this is for a lot of these kids, sports, volleyball is it's a stress reliever. It gives them something to do, and I'm just glad to see them back out here.
Well, it's anything that's team, and so the interaction with other kids, that learning from home they have not had, and so this interaction now, they finally get to be their school life something akin to normal after so many months.
Absolutely. I'm excited. We've got a busy week. We've got I think there's 3 volleyball games in the week. We've also got a football game that's going to take off here pretty soon. The Eunice Cardinal football team will be up and running, and 3 state championships in a row, and I'm not sure exactly what they're going to have this year for postseason, but chasing that 4th.
Well, and they're only before they canceled in the fall, Eunice was the number 2 ranked team in 2A in the state.
Absolutely.
So Eunice is even, depending on how many kids we lost to other states, for them to play, but Eunice should still be a contender for a championship.
Yeah, we've got a kiddo, Ovi Ontiveros. He's out there playing on that Eunice Cardinal football team, and I know they've got some great kids that are coming back. I mean, they lost some key kids, but they've got some kids that are returning. And this volleyball group here tonight, I mean, they did an amazing job. I'm excited for them. I'm excited for them to get to play, but they did a great job. The JV volleyball team, I mean, they got a big win tonight, 2-0, and then the varsity comes out here and makes us all pull our hair out, and they kind of gave us that cardiac night here in Cardinal Stadium, but or Cardinal Gym, Joe Langston Gym, but we got the win 3-2, so I'm excited for these young ladies. Yeah.
And Saturday we'll be up in Hagerman for the football game, and That is going to be strange, is because like we're going to be the only people in the stands.
Yeah, it's going to be different. There's not going to be any noise. There's no big air horns that should be sounding from JT Terry and his group that always show up with their air horns.
No band, no cheerleaders.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm glad they get to play, even though it's going to be strange. I'm glad they're getting to play. I mean, this is a strange environment, but the kids did well. I mean, there's people on the court right now that are going around with sanitizer spray and spraying things down. I mean, they're trying to do their best to follow the guidelines that have been put in place by the state and by the NMAA.
Yeah, I thought they were going to come up and spray us here for a second.
Yeah,
trying to hurry us out of the gym here. We'll give you a little disinfectant.
They've disinfected us. I can assure you of that. So,
we'll remind you all, we're back together. We're back with you here again Thursday night, and again Friday night for volleyball. So somewhere, depending on the varsity game, the junior varsity game. So we'll be on the air with you somewhere between 5:30 and 6 on Thursday night. And again on Friday night, and then we've got a 1 o'clock football game on Saturday. So hopefully we'll have everything worked out so that we don't cut you off again like we did tonight, and we'll be able to bring you the whole broadcast.
Absolutely. When we got up and running today, there's an app that we can use to show the score for those that are watching online, and I'm not real sure that when we opened that app and then we didn't close it, but we shut it to get back to the main screen in order to be able to log in the score. I'm not real sure that didn't kick us off. Something happened right there at the beginning, and it ended the broadcast. So our broadcast here in the gymnasium was still looking like it was going. Everything was looking good on our end, but it wasn't transmitting back through the radio station. So we apologize. We'll get better, and we were able to make it through today, and luckily the Lady Cardinals come away with a victory.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. My new partner here in broadcast. So, got Alan over here who's doing the Tatum side, who I did the sports with last year. So now they've given me a person here who has a lot of Eunice experience in the judge, Jimmy Jones.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting experience for me. I have a tendency to say things I'm not supposed to, so I'm going to have to remember that I'm on the radio and everybody can hear me. So, but I'm excited. I know this is going to be a good time, and I'm a Eunice Cardinal. Graduated high school right here in Eunice Cardinal land in 1995, and was a member of some of those state championship plaques that are up there on the wall. And my kids have graduated high school here in Eunice and attend school here in Eunice. My parents graduated high school right here in Eunice, so I've got deep Eunice Cardinal blood, and so we're excited to be able to get an opportunity to be part of this NOLA Mark broadcasting.
Well, they're definitely telling us to leave because they just turned the lights off. So from everybody out there listening world, whether you're watching us on Hobbs America or on the Eunice High School Facebook page, we'll be back with you on Thursday night. Everybody be safe, travel home safely, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Absolutely.
Good night, all.